Namaste parents. My heartiest felicitations go out to Shri Educare for launching yet another school, the Shri Ram Academy, all the way in Hyderabad. Congratulations, Miss Sindhura and Miss Aishwarya. It was just 5 years back that TSUS came into being, and 5 years on, yet another milestone. What a wonderful start. Padma Shri Mrs. Manju Bharatram had a dream. She started the Shri Ram Schools in Delhi and Gurgaon all the way in 1988. Schools grew from strength to strength, from national to international. So the Shri Ram Academy is born with a spirit of internationalism. The Shri Ram students, when they leave the portals of our school, they carry with them values, compassion, empathy, courage of conviction, and loads more. And that's why we are here. So parents, get ready to welcome Shri Ram Academy. It's a school that believes in the child. Child centricity is what we stand for, what we believe in. Once again, heartiest congratulations. Thank you.
Hello parents, my name is Munita Sen and I am the PYP Authorization Manager at the International Baccalaureate Organization. Today I'm thinking out loud about joy, and as I work in the field of education, of course I'm thinking about what joy means in relation to learning. If you think of a time when learning was joyful for you, the chances are that it's something that you were passionate about, or perhaps you were so engaged in the learning that you forgot about time completely. So joy in learning is strongly linked to intrinsic motivation. But what does joyful learning look like? For me, it's learning that engages students and fills them with a sense of wonder and achievement. Joyful learning is not too easy or too difficult. It challenges students and motivates them to persevere. Joyful learning is relevant to the learner. It makes sense to them, and it's personally significant. Joyful learning provides both emotional and intellectual satisfaction, whether this comes from working alone or with others. I think that young children are naturally joyful learners, and as educators and parents, I believe it's our role to help them tap into their joy, recognize it, and hold on to it so that they can continue to find joy in learning throughout their lives. I hope that you find joy today. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Yamni Rajalakshmi Singh and I'm a student from Shri Ram School studying in the 12th grade. The IB curriculum has provided me with an array of experiences and skills, ranging from communication to critical thinking to developing a holistic perspective including local, national and global outlooks on topics. For prospective IB parents, the IB curriculum especially aids in creating your child into a well-rounded student through programs such as CAS, which facilitates their personal and interpersonal development by learning through practical experiences. If you want to learn more, I'll be there live on 29 January from 11 a.m. onwards. Do join in to strike a meaningful conversation to know my experiences and my perspectives.
Namaste, parents. My heartiest felicitations go out to Shri Educare for launching yet another school, the Shri Ram Academy, all the way in Hyderabad. Congratulations, Miss Sindhura and Miss Aishwarya. It was just 5 years back that TSUS came into being, and 5 years on, yet another milestone. What a wonderful start. Padma Shri Mrs. Manju Bharatram had a dream. She started the Shri Ram Schools in Delhi and Gurgaon all the way in 1988. Schools grew from strength to strength, from national to international. So the Shri Ram Academy is born with a spirit of internationalism. The Shri Ram students, when they leave the portals of our school, they carry with them values, compassion, empathy, courage of conviction, and loads more. And that's why we are here. So parents, get ready to welcome Shri Ram Academy. It's a school that believes in the child. Child centricity is what we stand for, what we believe in. Once again, heartiest congratulations. Thank you.
Hello, parents. My name is Munita Sen, and I am the PYP Authorization Manager at the International Baccalaureate Organization. Today, I'm thinking out loud about joy. And as I work in the field of education, of course, I'm thinking about what joy means in relation to learning. If you think of a time
Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I may remember. Involve me and I learn. Namaste and a very warm welcome to one and all. The Shri Ram Academy strongly believes in encouraging students and developing the habits of mind through joyful learning experiences. In this series, under the umbrella of Joyful Pursuit of Excellence, the first webinar was conducted on young children as powerful learners, followed by the second webinar on the joy of learning, education for the future. And the third webinar was on the topic, International Program or National Program, Understanding the Right Fit for Your Child. And now, we welcome you to the fourth webinar, The Learning Our Students Deserve. What would learning look like at the Shri Ram Academy? On behalf of Ms. Sindhura Indukuri and Ms. Aishwarya Kura, our managing directors of the Shri Ram Hyderabad Schools, Dr. Jyoti Reddy, Director of Education, the Shri Ram Hyderabad Schools, and the founder principal of the Shri Ram Universal School, Ms. Nisha Chandar, Vice President Operations, the Shri Ram Hyderabad Schools, Ms. Sunita Gujula, Deputy Head of the Shri Ram Academy, and Ms. Sapna Yadav, Vice President Operations, International Curriculum, Shri Educare Limited. I extend a warm welcome to all the lead resource persons, parents, and well-wishers. We have with us today Dr. Jyoti Reddy, the Director of Education for the Shri Ram Universal School and the Shri Ram Academy, and Principal for the Shri Ram Universal School. Dr. Jyoti Reddy is a passionate educationist, a great colleague, an inspiring leader, a proud Rotarian, a life and executive coach. Jyoti ma'am dons all these hats with much elan. A recipient of the Edu Leader Award from Education World 2021, the Rex Karamveer Award, the Rashtriya Shiksha Ratan Award, the Progressive Principal Award, the Hall of Fame Award in 2019, the Women Leadership Award in 2020 and 2021, are just a few of the many accolades to her credit. These awards and accolades are a result of her passion and consistent efforts to make a difference in every sphere of her work. With every award, she raises the bar of her responsibility and expectations of herself. Now, I request ma'am to address the audience. Jyoti Reddy ma'am, please.
Thank you so much, Maria ma'am, for such a welcome. Namaste and a warm welcome everyone present here today. The team of the Shri Ram Academy is delighted to welcome you to get another intriguing, interesting and informative webinar. Today's webinar is a part of series we launched in order to enable and empower parents to make the right choice for their child. These informative webinars have been an endeavor in alignment with our core value, joyful pursuit of excellence. The first of the series was Young Children as Powerful Learners, free highlighted Gardner's approach to a child's growth and nurturance. The next webinar is a series was about the joy of learning, where the focus was on the learning of the future. In the last webinar, we focused on providing parents with insights on both national and international curriculum and help them decide the right fit for the child. Perspectives from both expert and students helped parents understand different curricula and make an informed choice. We are here today to get an experience of a different kind. Today's webinar is a platform for parents who have trusted us, taken that leap of faith of entrusting their child and becoming a part of the Shri family. We are here today to get a glimpse of how learning will unfold in a classroom at the Shri Ram Academy. The busy morning entails 3 highlights, 3 engaging sessions for parents of 3 different age groups. A fun and action-based Spellwell session, specially designed for parents of students of early years. Hope you are all set for a work experience. VAKT, the acronym. Yes, a visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and tactile experience. You will soon discover how this experience play a key role in learning spellings. A thought or an idea that is not expressed is a gem that is lost. Parents of grade 4 will be happily engaged in a session on media and me, wherein we shall explore media as a mode of expression. We also have a fantastic facts with factorization session for students of grade 6. A learning remains bookish and is forgotten easily when not applied. So this session will help putting the concept of factorization to use. I'm happy to share that to facilitate these sessions, we have with us Shri academic experts. It really excites me to know that we all will be deep diving into the joy of learning shortly. We are committed to make learning a joyful expedition filled with curiosity and a happy quest to find solutions. Application of learning and using it in real life scenarios to problem solve or innovate is indeed the purpose of education. As Director Education, the Shri Ram Hyderabad Schools, I am sincerely dedicated to creating an environment conducive for all learners to blossom in. Your presence here today is encouraging and strengthens the Shri philosophy of a strong school-parent partnership. I look forward to the engaging and experiential webinar. Technology has made it possible for us to plan this session in the form of mini classrooms thanks to the breakout room feature of Zoom. This will be further elaborated by my team as we move along in the session. With that, I extend a warm welcome to all of you once again, and definitely you are going to get few minutes to become the children of the age group of the session that you have enrolled into and enjoy the experience of learning at the Shri Ram Academy. Thank you and namaste.
Thank you, ma'am. Now that really sets the tone for the webinar. I'm sure that gives our parents a gist of what today's webinar is going to be all about. And also, I'm sure questions like, how do we intend to do this? How does the environment we create become the third teacher? What learning experiences are we designing that will step up their learning? And what would learning look like at the Shri Ram Academy? Have popped up in your minds once again. Well, hold on to your questions right there, as it's time for me to introduce you all to our Shri academic experts. Let me begin with the details for the first breakout room. Spell well early years. WAC strategies used to spell non-phonetic words. The lead resource person for this session will be Ms. Sudipta. Namaste, Ms. Sudipta.
Namaste, ma'am.
Let me brief you all about Ms. Sudipta. Ms. Sudipta Mukherjee, Chief Manager, Education and Training. Ms. Sudipta has been with the Shri Parivar for over 14 years. She is an Orton Gillingham English language trainer and a dyslexia therapist from MSL Singapore. She has been trained under Dr. Heep Ban Har in the CPA method of Singapore and Jen Mosley. She has been into teacher training for over a decade and has developed curriculum for elementary grades for SEL schools and Army public schools. Now, second breakout room, facts with factorization. Grade 6, understanding factors in relation to real life situations. The lead resource person for this session will be Ms. Habiba Musa. Welcome, Habiba ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Ms. Habiba, a Bachelor of Education in Mathematics and Master of Education, a mathematics facilitator who comes with a vast experience of 17 years, who's associated with children from grade 6 and above. The third breakout room, Media and Me, grade 4. Media, a powerful way to express thoughts and ideas. The lead resource person for this session will be Ms. Antra. Welcome, Antra ma'am.
Namaste, ma'am. Namaste, everyone.
Ms. Antra has been associated with SEL for the past 4 years as Chief Manager Operations. She has 21 years of work experience in the education industry. She is a trained IB PYP educator and has worked to the capacity of an activity coordinator in Scottish High International School, Gurgaon, and grade level coordinator at Pathways School, Gurgaon. Now that we know about the lead resource persons and the breakout room, it's time for us to unbox the learning experience at the Shri Ram Academy. This insightful webinar will take you into our virtual classrooms to experience what teaching and learning will be like at the Shri Ram Academy. So before that, let me help you with a little information on how to go about it. As per your selection of the breakout session you showed interest in, you will be automatically guided respectfully to your breakout rooms. The session will approximately be for 60 minutes in the breakout room that you opted to be in. And please note that access to other breakout rooms will not be possible. As soon as the breakout room session closes, you will automatically be guided to the main room, that is this room. We will have the final closure in this room after your session in the breakout room. In case you have any difficulty in going to the breakout room, Ms. Simi will be in the main room to guide you to your respective breakout room. And for any reason you get logged out of the Zoom, you can use the same link to log in and join back. Simi ma'am requests you to give access to the breakout rooms now. And parents, please note that a dialog box will appear on the screen now. You can now click the option Join.
So I just have one question. If I want to switch devices in between, then how do I click the link? Will there be any link or anything?
Which devices, ma'am?
So I'm currently using my laptop, but like just in case if, I need to log in through my phone now in Zoom.
Okay.
So how do I get into the breakout room?
Ma'am, it should be from the same Zoom ID, which you have registered in that form, right? You have to use the same one. On the same link, you have to join. Automatically, you will see the tab of breakout room. You won't see breakout room in your mobile. It would be suggested that you switch to the laptop only.
Okay, sure. I'll do that. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, ma'am. Sindhura ma'am, I made you co-host. You can, go through with any room. People are slowly moving to the breakout room.
Okay, Simi. Thanks. I got disconnected. I'll do.
Yes,
that. Thanks.
Most welcome, ma'am.
I'm unable to find the link for breakout room.
Ma'am, I'm Habiba.
Okay, Habiba, ma'am, just a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just a minute. Habiba, ma'am, you have joined from which device? Habiba, ma'am, you are already assigned. You have joined from another ID.
Yeah, this is from my phone to get the sound. I have joined.
You are already from one device in that room, ma'am. You are already from your both IDs in that room. All you have to do is go to your taskbar. There you will be having breakout room. Just join back to that room. Okay. On that taskbar where you have share screen participants, there you have breakout tab also. Just click over there and you will be having your room. Just join that. Yeah. Sure, ma'am. I'll move you, Surbi ma'am. Just a minute. Soumya ma'am, which room you have selected in your form?
Early years.
Okay, just a minute. Yeah. Okay, I moved you there, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, Surbi ma'am, you asked for which room, Surbi ma'am?
Simi, for media and me, can you move me? Because I have logged in from phone. I think that's why I'm not able to do it.
Sending you, ma'am. Sending you. Just a minute.
Yes, thank you.
All right, ma'am. Shweta ma'am, I have to send you in factor and factorization. Okay. So may I know, Rajiv sir, in which room you want to go?
Move me to media and me.
Media and me. Yeah, just a minute, sir. Rizwan sir, I have made you co-host. You can move to any room wherever you want, sir.
Sure, Ms. Simi. I'll go through other rooms. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Centralization room, but my room should be E by P. I mean,
Ms. Shweta, you are saying something. In which room would you like to go?
E by P.
Ma'am, fact and factorization, right? Is that your room, isn't it?
No, ma'am. My child is, I want to get into E by P. E by P.
E by P, ma'am, there are three categories. One is media and me, another one is fact and factorization, and another one is early years. So
yes, ma'am, I want to get to early years.
But in your form, you have selected the fact and factorization, isn't it?
Ma'am, I haven't selected any of these.
Okay. Now you want to go to early years, spell well?
Yes, ma'am, early years, correct.
Okay, I'm sending you there. Yeah. Yeah, Maria ma'am, you and me are here, and Mr. Ramu.
Ma'am, can you move us to the early years, please?
Sure, sending you, ma'am. All right, all set. Maria ma'am, I think it's yeah, me and you are left.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So recording is there. Maria ma'am, shall I give you co-host, right? So if you want to hop into any room, you can.
I'll be here.
Okay, so let me go there. Let me go there and check the technical part. And if someone is required any technical help, just ping me on my WhatsApp. I'll be back in the main. Okay, stay here on screen because recording is there.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
You're on mute. I can't hear you.
Okay, all sorted. It's fine. Very smooth.
Simi ma'am, could you please send me to EYT early years room?
Yes, ma'am. Just a minute.
Yeah. In which room, ma'am?
EYP, early years.
Early years. Okay, I'm sending you.
Thank you.
Hello, ma'am. Janki, ma'am, in which room you want to go?
Actually, 1 second, ma'am. I didn't remember that room.
Okay, no worries. You have selected probably spell well, media and me, or the factorization, fact and factorization.
No, ma'am. Spell well, I think.
Okay, sending you there. Just a minute. You have joined from different ID, ma'am? Your name is?
Janaki. Same, ma'am. Same ID.
Okay, just a minute. You are in media and me, ma'am. Already you are there. Look at on your taskbar, breakout room is there. Just join that room directly. It's media and me. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, Anidita, ma'am, in which room would you like to go?
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, I can hear you. In which room would you like to go?
Just give me a moment. I want to go through the list that has the rooms.
I'll tell you. There are 3 sessions. Spell well, early years, fact and factorization, media and me. Which you have selected in your form, ma'am?
In my form, so I joined through the registration link. I'm from the SEL team.
Okay. SEL team. In which room then would you like to go, ma'am? I'll put you there.
Is it possible to like hop from one room to another?
Yes, you want to go like that? Just a minute. I'll give you rights. Okay. I made you co-host, ma'am. Now you will be able to see all 3 rooms.
Right. I
went
see
smoothly.
this. Join breakout room. Correct. Correct. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome, ma'am. Yes, Nidhi ma'am. You are on mute, ma'am. I can't hear you.
We have shifted back, ma'am, from the room. We have just come here. All the participants are also joining us from Media and Me room.
Media and Me. Okay. So shall I? Okay, they are automatically coming out.
Yes, yes. I instructed the parents how to follow the path and come to this room.
Okay.
And till the time we have other parents joining in from the other rooms, we can have a fill-up video.
Good morning, everyone. It is indeed a privilege to be amongst such big names from the education fraternity and to be representing the parent community as the moderator for the panel discussion today.
I think the bouquet of choices that is available to our parents today is absolutely fantastic. What we need to stay with is the school values, what the school stands for, which, as I know from the promoters, that TSUS in Hyderabad and TSR Academy in Hyderabad, you believe in a certain vision. So if those schools and this school is offering students and families of Hyderabad the international stamp, I think it's a wonderful opportunity.
It is important that educational system should ensure that the learning journey designed at the school should help students in embracing the challenges that would be confronted by them in the future.
At first, the teacher might try and guide you through the discussion to guide you in certain directions. But as you grow, you realize that you have learned how to go in these directions by yourself, and the teacher has sort of nurtured you. And so you become much more independent and much more confident in yourself because your voice is always heard and you know what you're going to do and where you're going in the end.
Your assessment isn't, or your marks don't really define who you are as a student. So if I have hypothetically performed badly in one test, maybe because of fatigue or I haven't prepared well, that doesn't mean that the teacher's perception of me is that I'm a bad student or that I'm not good at that particular subject. In fact, teachers at that point are more willing to help you and tell you where you went wrong.
So we all are back.
Are all 3 sessions back to the main room?
Yes, ma'am. All are back.
Well then, welcome back from the breakout rooms. And I'm sure the session has given us and everyone a better and a deeper understanding about the program at the Shri Ram Academy. And now I request Ms. Sunita Gujula, Deputy Head of the Primary School, the Shri Ram Academy, please share her insights on the breakout sessions. Sunita ma'am, please.
Thank you, Mariam ma'am. Welcome back. Reflection and summarization are very important aspects in our classrooms. This exercise reiterates concepts, content, skills, and values learned during the engagements across the day. 90% of critical brain development happens in the first 5 years of a child. The first 5 years have so much to do with how the next 80 years turn out to be. We at TSRA believe this and put in every effort to help children blossom. Tell me and I forget, teach me and I may remember, involve me and I learn, said Benjamin Franklin. Sudipta ma'am involved and immersed us thoroughly and left no stone unturned during the entire session. What strategies, visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and tactile strategies were used? What, why, and how of phonics and mindfulness reflections enthralled all of us. So thank you, Sudipta ma'am, for an engaging session. Coming to the facts with factorization. Parents were constantly thinking and making connections with real life scenarios. It was fun representing factors in so many different ways using Venn diagrams and mind maps. Understanding factors and multiples with examples made it really simple. A simple way to remember what prime numbers are and the trivia about what 1 is not a prime number or why 1 is not a prime number was an eye-opener too. It could actually find solutions to day-to-day problems, making the learning of a concept absolutely relevant. The best part was the constant engagement and real-time tools used, making sure the learners continually involved. The learners in today's case, being parents who joined us, we are sure you had a wonderful time getting back into a classroom and refreshing your learning in the vibrant and engaging environment. The third session, Media and Me. The main aim of this session was to help learners understand the responsible use of media and how beautifully through various interesting activities was really touching. It gave an insight into understanding how persuasive language is used in creating advertisements. Expression and communication of ideas, feelings, and experiences were thoughtfully created in this intriguing session. We are sure that you would now be confident about expressing opinions about ideas, issues, and experiences presented in media text and give evidence from the text to support your opinion. This was an honest attempt to make you understand and exhibit the responsible behavior in communication. Hope you loved the session. I have just given a brief of all the 3 sessions. I now request Ms. Sapna Yadav, Vice President Operations at Shri Educare Limited, IB Team Leader, Workshop Leader, and IB Consultant to share some valuable inputs from her end too. Over to you, Sapna ma'am.
चावल मैं नहीं खाया
मैं कभी नहीं सुनी हूँ।
You're on mute, ma'am. Sapna ma'am, you're on mute.
Yeah, I just realized it in the nick of time, but thank you for the alert as well, Neeti. Thank you, Sunita ma'am, for that wonderful summarization, and namaste parents. I hope you've had a interesting and engaging session, whichever one you could attend, to help us understand a little bit about how you feel, because it is, as humans, emotions are very important for us. Could I just engage you in one small activity where you can go and select the emoji that you feel reflects or resembles what you feel at this moment, and just put it in just select that, so it will automatically go into the chat box. So if you can just go to the chat box and pick up an emoji from the list of emojis given over there, which kind of reflects your state of mind at this moment.
I can read love being a child again. A sunshine, a starry-eyed emoticon. Heart eyes, happy. Heart eyes, star. Heart eyes again.
9 emotions most influence students. Influence them to be motivated and also to perform well academically. So from research, we look at these, especially these 9 emotions. One of the reasons why we asked you to just share your emotion. May I just request the host to please mute by mistake if a parent has left themselves unmuted. If you could just please mute the parent or participants here. So 9 emotions most influence students' motivation and academic performance. And one of the core work that we like to do with schools is to ensure that we touch the emotion of every child. What are these 9 emotions? The positive emotions that always impact learning largely are enjoyment, hope, pride, and relief. These are the key emotions which are very positive in nature, and they help a student perform better whether it is academically or socially in the school environment or at home. Negative emotions are boredom, hopelessness, anger, anxiety, and shame. These emotions stop a student from exploring anything which they may be interested in. So one of the cornerstones for the IB education always is that students must find purpose. They must find purpose in what they're doing. And hence, the one of the key elements that we keep in mind when we are performing or creating assignments or engagements for students is how do we link it or relate it to real life experiences? So whether you're doing fact or factorization, how can you link this information to real life situation? Where do you think you will use it? What if there was a question which said that if there are two bells ringing at two different times, when will be that time, and they ring at equal intervals, what is that time when they will ring synchronously? If we are able to connect something of their learning to real life experience, they tend to feel more motivated. They don't feel the sense of helplessness. They don't feel that it is a hopeless learning because I don't know where I'm going to use. And they're not bored because they're actually engaging in activities, engagements, research, inquiry, which is meaningful for them. The 3 sessions that we were able to host today for you are just a very small endeavor in explaining what the classroom learning at TSRA will be. The environment is a very important contributor to good education. And we look forward to the time when parents and children will be able to walk into the school and see actually how the beautiful building and the surrounding has been created to engage students meaningfully in their journey of learning. The classrooms that are being created, the environment that is there allows for free flow of learning. So you're not boxed in classrooms, you're not boxed in a cell, and then the learning just takes place over there. And so therefore, this unboxing of learning is very critical for us so that children feel natural, learn better in natural surroundings. I just hope that this has been an interesting experience for you as parents, also as colleagues from the school. There will be many more experiences, many more opportunities where we will be having and hosting sessions which will be held in person in school, which would allow for better and more deeper engagement and learning. But with this small endeavor, it just is a small way of understanding, helping parents understand what the curriculum could possibly be. If you were to write a headline routine for the newspaper tomorrow regarding your experience in the last 1.5 hours, what would that headline routine be? May I request parents and everybody else to write that in the chat box, a headline routine if it was to be published tomorrow in the newspaper. What would be your headline routine or your headline for tomorrow's newspaper?
The education that my child deserves.
I would have said also the education I wish I had. But anyway, how I think we did well with whatever we got.
Learning is fun.
That it should always be.
You can type your answers in the chat box.
Especially the participants who were in media and me. The one thing we have at least spoken about this morning is communication.
There is
interesting. Yeah. Carry on, Niti ma'am. Sorry.
There is always a room for learning, age just being a number. Another one, most amazing 1.5 hours of learning and experiences. I am in charge of my learning. Another one. Make learning interactive.
Thank you so much, parents. Thank you for your comments. And we are
Another
very
one,
honored.
so sorry to stop you here, ma'am. I express in different ways and IB allows me to do that.
I think all these statements are fabulous and they sum up the learning that every child deserves. Thank you all parents for taking out the time today to be with us and also participating so wholeheartedly in all the activities that we asked you to take part in right till the very end, that is now. Thank you so much for your wonderful comments and your presence here today. Namaste.
Thank you, Sapna ma'am. Well, I'm sure that all our dear parents have indeed experienced how learning can be interesting and exciting by participating in these sessions. And this is the passion that we at the Shri Ram Academy wish to tap upon. That would make learning joyously purposeful. I take this opportunity to thank and appreciate our audience for their time and involvement in today's webinar on behalf of the Shri Ram Academy. The link to access the feedback form is given in the chat box. Would appreciate if you could give in your valuable feedback on this webinar. Once again, I thank each one of you for being here. Hoping to meet you soon in the next fascinating webinar. Namaste.
Namaste.